Hello, you've caught me stuck inside. If only there was some wonderful, easily accessible hobby I could take up to stave off the boredom.
Video games! Honestly, thank goodness for video games. The perfect way to keep your mind active, to keep yourself entertained, and to connect with all your friends without ever having to leave the comfort of your own sofa. Oh, and don't worry, we are absolutely on our sofas at home right now. This video was recorded before we started social distancing.
But more than mere entertainment, video games are also an escape.
An escape from whatever life throws at you. An escape from the clutter and the noise of either the constant stream of news lasered into your eyes and ears from all forms of media, or the clamour of your own thoughts jangling about inside your brain. Which is why this video is going to be all about lovely, calm games. Games that let you exhale, that let you play them at your own pace and forget about all that other unhelpful stuff.
So here are 7 calm and lovely games for when everything just gets a bit too much.
Our first entry snuck in as a late entry in my top 5 personal PS4 games of 2019. Gris, or Gris if we're pronouncing it the proper way, is a game I fell in love with the second I saw it moving for the first time. It starts with a gorgeous animated cutscene and then sort of stops, as if it's looking at you and saying, well, go on then.
Wait, this is the game now? I can just...
Yes, this is the game. This is what it looks like. You are essentially moving a watercolour. Playing Gris feels so therapeutic, like controlling a paintbrush, sweeping across a delicate sketchbook and leaving streaks of colour in your wake. You'll travel through deserts, forests and caves, beads of visual variety threaded by intricate yet gentle puzzle solving.
The perfect kind of puzzles, in my opinion.
The type that tease just enough out of your brain to warm up your thinking biceps, but never hit you so hard you'll be stuck for ages. These, combined with some soft platforming, mean Gris is the type of game you can just sink into, helped by a beautiful score that carries you through each area like a gentle tide.
Right, that's the limit of my attention span. What's next?
Next up is Dear Esther, the game that developers The Chinese Room made before Everybody's Gone to the Rapture. I mean, you could argue Dear Esther isn't a particularly cheerful game, and you'd be right. It's haunting and melancholic, with a subdued colour palette and a musical score that's as raw and buffeting as the harsh Hebridean wind you'll find yourself walking against. But as far as I'm concerned, this is absolute paradise.
Being on my own, just hiking across a remote Scottish island, angry skies and grey, foaming waves, that, to me, is just heaven.
And Dear Esther is one of those games where you don't have to worry about anything, really. You're just exploring this beautifully rendered landscape while listening to the work of one of the best composers around in Jessica Curry, and also the dulcet voiceover narration delivering the tragic story of Dear Esther in clean, eloquent bursts. Admittedly, this game is unlikely to cheer you up if you're feeling down, but there's something about the clear, clean emptiness of Dear Esther that sort of encourages you to just unburden yourself into it. Whatever it is you're feeling or going through, just shove it in this beautiful void of a game and then just enjoy the rhythmic, meditative quality of the traversal as you slide through grassy mountainside, glistening caves and moonlit beaches. Beautiful. Entry 3 is No Man's Sky, a game that can be anything you want, really. You can make it very uncalm if you want, engaging in dogfights, fighting terrifying creatures, exploring the harsh radioactive depths of unforgiving alien worlds.
Or you can do what I do
My job in the world of No Man's Sky is interstellar travel photographer. I like to hop from planet to planet, star system to star system, and just take pictures of the most beautiful things I can find. And in No Man's Sky, you find beautiful things all the time. Maybe you land on the moon of a stunning, ringed planet, capturing the awe-inspiring view as it swallows the entire horizon. Or perhaps you snap a shot of the local star system from within space itself, a pic of your ship maybe, slicing through the kaleidoscopic cosmos like the front cover of a 70s sci-fi novel.
Even if you're not taking pictures, just gently exploring new worlds feels amazing.
In most cases, you'll be the first person ever to have seen what you're seeing. You're basically a space Viking, mapping uncharted worlds and bravely mining plants for carbon while the Sentinels aren't looking.
Just like the Vikings.
Soaring through this galaxy with its untouched wonders and pastel skies, a chill synth soundtrack dipping in and out to accent your path, is my perfect idea of unwinding. And if you've got PlayStation VR, then wow, it's even more amazing. Entry 4 is Tetris Effect, a game I am so bad at.
Seriously, you have not seen someone be bad at a video game until you've watched me trying to play Tetris.
So the fact it's on this list at all is testament to how fantastic I think this game is. I suck at it and I still like it, which for me is unheard of. And it's just the hypnotic beauty of Tetris Effect. Your mind just slips helplessly into this zen state from which it's impossible to escape, not that you'd want to. All you see are the blocks and the holes the blocks fit into. Zoom, Tetris.
And then you get that sensory feedback for doing well, and it just feels so good.
The game sort of does a happy explosion of colour and sound whenever you line up 4 rows, and then shifts gear as your score goes higher and higher, the Chillout electronica that serenades your puzzle solving, accelerating into pumping techno, the dazzling background morphing as you progress.
Have you ever seen on those nature documentaries where they turn sharks upside down and they're just like, That is what it feels like Tetris Effect does to your brain.
Seriously, play it, disengage, and float away. Speaking of floating away, you've all played Flower, right? And if not, why not? It's only got the best grass graphics in the world ever, and honestly, for pure relaxation, games do not come better than this. It's the virtual equivalent of a long soak in a bath full of essential oils.
And scented candles, and salts, and little plastic boats.
In Flower, you play as the wind. Your job is to blow a lovely little petal about the place, making other flowers bloom and generally just bringing back colour and music to the world. You don't have to worry about anything in this game. You know, there are no puzzles to solve, no time limits to race against, no monsters to jump on or guns to shoot. Just you, the elements, and your happy little conga line of floating petals.
I can feel some of you. I can feel you through the camera watching this video like, I'm not playing a game about flowers.
It's okay. Just let it go. I'm going to come closer to the microphone to emphasise how calm this game will make you.
Don't fight it. Let it just take you away.
Next up, we've got Fez, a game that will absolutely test your brain, but in the most amazing way. If, in the year 2020, you still haven't played this genius puzzle platformer, then you really have got to sort that out immediately. This game will seriously blow your mind.
It starts off simple enough. You play as a little fellow called Gomez, hopping around your 2D world.
And then you find the titular Fez, and boom, all of a sudden, a third dimension is piped into your brain, and your mind blows. Now you can flip scenes and view them from multiple perspectives, the added dimension allowing you to hop between platforms that were previously miles apart and solve puzzles so clever it makes your brain hurt just thinking about how they were designed.
It's like a cute puzzle platformer and an existential crisis in one happy package.
I love how everyone else in the world of Fez is still bound in 2 dimensions. Like, do these people even know they're living meters away from these people? Are we seeing multiple versions of the same village occupying the same physical space but existing in different dimensions? And, you know, what if this is true for us as well? What if there's a 4th dimension we can't see and there's like stuff right there but we just tragically can't grasp it?
I'm so chilled out right now.
It's probably best not to think about it too hard and just focus on solving all the wonderful puzzles, collecting all the cubes, and listening to the excellent synthy musical stings. Final entry, bit controversial I know, I've gone for Abzu. Now, I know some of you will be in the comments like, Journey better be here or I'm unsubscribing, and yes, I agree, Journey is amazing and absolutely could be on this list, but that game company already features with flour, and also Abzu has water in it, and you know what a sucker I am for lovely H2O physics.
I say Abzu has water in it, more like Abzu is water and you are in it.
Oh, this is so good. Gliding weightless through kelp forests and coral reefs, doing actual learning about actual marine animals, and also flying into the realm of fantasy with all the beautiful, mysterious, otherworldly stuff. What does it mean?
It means, look at this amazing game, shut up and enjoy yourself.
I mean, they say, don't they, that we know more about the surface of the moon than we do the depths of our own ocean. So maybe the breathtakingly alien world that gradually reveals itself as you dive deeper into Abzu is representative of that. Or maybe it isn't. All I really care about when playing Abzu is allowing myself to be carried along by its current, of swimming with manta rays and blue whales and that amazing great white shark who is your friend.
Not a mindless predator, repeat, not a mindless predator.
And just appreciating how huge and weird the world under the ocean is, and also how sleek and beautiful all the animals living there are. If you've got 3 spare hours, you won't find many better ways to spend them, as far as I'm concerned, than playing Abzu. And so there we are, 7 calm and lovely games for when everything gets a bit too much. Let us know in the comments what games you would pick. Give us a like if you found this video helpful. Click the notification bell so you're always up to date with everything on the channel. And we'll see you again next week for another Friday feature. Thanks for watching.
For the players.